As he's flying in the air, he casts Featherfall as he's coming down. So he's floating and he's lying on his back, playing. And then he casts Burning Hands through his fire tenacity innate spells, and just from the end of the flute comes a plume of flame. He's just like rocking out.
No roll is required.
Yeah.
No roll is required.
Oops, that's the wrong one, but yes.
No, it's too cool. Please don't roll. Please do not roll.
Okay.
In honor of the amazingness of that moment, that is an auto crit. And
okay, hell yeah.
The Galileo concedes defeat. You see him get up and he begins just a slow clap. And everyone gets to their feet and they join in the slow clap. And soon they're cheering and they're pouring tankards of drink and they're shoving it into your hands and they're like, yeah! Ink Society! And
yeah, so Venus is pulling everyone up on the stage. He's pulling Axel, he's pulling Dr. Carey onto the stage, he's pulling Ace, and they, doing the whole band thing of like gesturing to each person and getting each person a round of applause, making them bow and stuff. Like, this is Ink Society, a flaming brilliance.
Yeah, that was it. A flaming brilliance. I forgot. Yeah, that was the rest of the name.
You didn't even drop that part. We're kind of workshopping it. Perhaps Ink Society is a little bit cooler, a little bit more succinct. Ink Society, everybody.
As that's all happening and the wine begins to flow, you can see that Bella has made a beeline for Ace. And she says, as she pulls from her cleavage the pendant that she'd hidden there, like, maybe you're not Ustara. You're just another man in Ustara's body, but I feel this belongs to you more than it does me, so why don't you have this? And hands Ace the pendant on the chain.
I take it and look at it and nod to her, slip it in her pocket. Say, I'm sorry for whatever he might have done.
He broke my heart. It's a pirate's life. What you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
And you feel like 3 slaps on your back from all 3 of her arms. She's incredibly strong.
Pirate life for all of us.
Okay, so your group, Ink Society, has earned 1 reputation amongst all of the pirates working in this Smuggler's Cove, and particularly Galileo Figaro Scaramouche. From his boot, he produces a sack of coins, and he tosses them to Ximenius. He's like, buy yourself something nice with that. Maybe a decoration for that flute of yours. It could use some more pizzazz. The suit's great. The flute needs work. But maybe you can get yourself something nice with that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the gesture. You and your band, quite good. Let's do another bar battle sometime. It was fun. It's been a long time since I've engaged in the arts in such a vigorous way. I've missed it.
Whenever you choose to look at that, you see that it contains 100 platinum pieces.
Ooh, nice. So that's basically 20 platinum pieces for each of us?
Yes.
Hell yeah. He'll dole it out pretty at this point, Ximenius like sweaty. He's like, his red kind of ratty hair is like running down his forehead. He's kind of like, wait, why are we here? Like at some point, he's just having such a good time. He's like totally in his element, but he gives, 20 platinum pieces to each of the band members. And he's like, well, each of his crew members. And he's like, he eyes Vina and then he just does. He's like,
Damn.
"Sorry, Vina. I'm sorry."
As the celebrations unfold, what's each of you doing? Give me a picture of how you're engaged in this. Don't go any further than say like 15 minutes, because in 15 minutes the events will change the situation. But the next 15 minutes of joyous celebration, what is it that your character's doing?
Axel will pick up a couple tankards and go over to the Minotaur and sit at his table and have like a drink off with him.
Nice. He's right into that. He's like, Jeff. That's my name, Jeff.
Jeff, I'm Axel.
He'll offer like a clasp of forearms.
Axel will take it, and as he's holding it, he kind of eyes him out of the corner and just starts chugging his tankard while he's still holding the grasp.
he won't let go, and he'll start chugging his, still looking at you.
His eyes are getting bigger as he's like drinking the whole thing.
Yes, so is Jeff's. All right.
I think they finish at like exactly the same time, and they like give each other the nod and ask for another.
Absolutely. All right. What are Ace, Carrie, and Zemenius doing during the next 15 minutes of festivity?
Well, with everybody sweaty and hot, I think to begin with, Carrie sort of reached up to wipe the sweat off her forehead and realizes that bugs don't really, I think, sweat. So she says, "This is we kind of rub." So once she gets over that, she'll go over to what's his name? Brendan? Nope, not Brendan. Travis. And she'll give him a shake. Maybe ask to see his drumsticks. Share the bottle of wines and pass it around with him. Though after what 10 minutes, I think she'll start what's happening. She kind of looks out the window back towards the ship and wonders what's happening, like the stowaways and so on. And she might ask if it's okay to let kids and others sort of run around the town.
Oh, as in the stowaway.
She's talking to Travis. Yeah, like if we let our stowaways sort of a small. If we let her out, is that okay around here? You guys seem like a rough crowd.
Oh, we are a rough crowd, yeah. But no one touches any of ours, and no one touches kids around here. They'll be fine.
All right, good. I'm great. Thanks. Hey, have another drink. Okay.
Nice. All right, what about Ace and Zemenius?
Go ahead, Ace.
So I think I'm going to be, since I'm already, kind of chumming up with Bella, I'm going to just continue that, offer whatever drink is best to me, take a drink, offer it to her, and I'm going to try to talk to her about Ustara. Just, start do you think, thanks for not killing us like everyone said to, or killing me, because I look like this guy. And I'm going to ask her, do you expect me to get that kind of reaction everywhere I go now? What should I know about being this Ustara?
She's like, yeah, well, we were, I thought you look like you've got a good crew, and I thought maybe, I don't know, if Galileo had won the Bard battle, then we could have, sent you to take out the monstrosity and the other asteroid. There's this big space worm just living in it, and it's controlling the only clean entrance we have to the port, so we have to keep flying over the Formians and paying their taxes. It's really annoying.
These guys are so annoying.
Yeah, so, I just saw an opportunity that maybe, we could send you guys, and you got a tyrant ship, so maybe you could take it out. I mean, that would be amazing. Then, we would never have to pay tax to the Formians again, but
Cool.
you won your battle fair and square, so the next group that arrive here, we'll send them to the monstrosity. You know.
Just
But-
slow nod.
Yeah, I know that Ustara's superiors, they've put a large bounty on his head, so anyone that notices you might want to try and cash that in. I'm not going to cash that in. You're good.
Thanks.
You're
It's
good with
to know,
us.
though. Good to know.
But
Thank you, Bella.
yeah, I would say any port you land in, anyone that recognizes you, anyone related to the Gith, be it Githzerai or Githyanki, they're gonna know Ustara. You made a pretty dark reputation for yourself and your crew, so
All right. Well, that's not a relief at all.
yeah, no, I wouldn't be relieved. That'd be
And that's
Concerned.
horrible. It's almost as bad as a space worm.
yeah, space worms,
Look,
terrible.
tell me
What
about it.
what's Zemenius doing?
Well, Zemenius, I think with him and Galileo are probably arm over shoulders, like just leading the tavern in like pirate shanties, just like, you know, yo, open a bottle of rum, and they just like like totally pals now. That's what I think, based off of like, you know, they played, they respect each other. It was a good battle. They kind of made up afterward, and now he's just reveling, you know, basically, you know. Yeah, totally. That's all he's doing.
Beautiful.
Having a good time. It's been too long since he had a party, so that's what he's getting into.
Okay. The crowd at a certain point of the festivities, about 15 minutes in, kind of there's a like a scare that quiets the music. Everyone's turned around and looked at the still open windows back out into the docks, and there's just the head of this massive shark looking in through the window, just floating right there at the window, and sitting on the shark's back, dipping down the head to look in through the windows, a Githyanki. And the Githyanki calls in, "Sorry to interrupt your little party here. The ship out there, it's empty. I'm looking for the human host that is home to McKevin."
Is McKevin with us?
Yes.
Have you met? Okay.
Human host.
McKevin Avastans?
Somebody should step forward and be like, "And who's asking?"
I am Kitru, and hail to you. I have come to retrieve something that is of interest to my employer. So please produce the human vessel named McKevin Avastans, and all will be well. Bella stands up and kind of growls. "There'll be no threats made here, sir."
I suppose we need to deal with this. McKevin is not with us in the tavern, though, right?
He is in with
Only
you in the
ship.
tavern,
He is.
yes.
He is. Okay.
Does it look like
Your whole crew is there. Your whole crew is there.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody
does it
says,
look like
"Well,
he
well,
knows
well."
yeah. Does it look like he knows this guy, or is he expecting him or something?
He has not spotted Ace at this stage. The tavern is full. Everyone's all over the place.
Oh, no,
He's
I mean,
kind of peering in from the window. You don't have a feeling that he's even seen Ace at this stage. Ace doesn't recognize him.
I think Goonie meant McKevin.
I meant like I meant looking at McKevin. Is he showing a reaction? Like, is he expecting?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm hearing you
it's
still
totally fine.
still a little bit low. Yeah, McKevin has stood up.
Somebody should say, my lady, what's her name? Sorry.
Bella.
I'm looking at the map.
Bella?
My lady Bella, we're all friends here. There's no need for any sort of violence, threat, or otherwise. Please, And Kitru, was it?
Teacher, that is my name. Yes.
I am Captain Zominius Solari IV, and we are friends of McKevin. Please, we are aware of your collection that is happening. Would you come? Let's speak upstairs. We have we can continue our dealings in private, if that would be all right with you, and with you, of course, Lady Bella. Would you allow us that courtesy?
Galileo says, Bella, if they have business to do, I think they have earned our trust. Let them use the Cave of Truth.
Okay.
Bella's
I hope that's just
Not be too hasty here.
Yeah.
Bella looks to Zominius and says, it's a scary place, but it will be utterly private. Would you like to use the Cave of Truth?
And can I ask why it's just out of curiosity? Why is it called the Cave of Truth?
Ah, well. Any lies spoken in the Cave of Truth is punished by the fluffers that live within the cave.
The fluffers, and I'm assuming those are not referring to some sort of cute, diminutive, friendly creature.
They are cute and diminutive and friendly, unless someone lies.
Okay. Smith is like, I guess we could use the Cave of Truth. Of course, there's...
Keetru's like, I find this acceptable.
Yeah, I feel like it looks too suspicious to be like, let's not use the Cave of Truth. So, sure, yes, of course, the Cave of Truth. Why not? What better place to establish mutual trust? Please, if one of you could show us the way or direct us to said Cave of Unlies, then we'll be on our way.
Okay, so they're gonna move aside one of the big barrels of the tavern, revealing a secret door, and they're gonna lead you up some stairs to the upper area, and you see like this massive nest on one side of what would be essentially the top of the tavern, where there's this giant space rock, this kind of like eagle-looking bird, just kind of like sitting there, plucking its feathers and biting its fleas. And the other side, there's like this iron door, which Galileo is gonna take out a big key and unlock and groan it open, and there's just like this pitch blackness on the other side of the door. It's like, this is the Cave of Truth.
Okay.
Wary of lies, or you'll be bitten, and it shall be a bite you'll remember for many weeks.
Okay, well,
Noted.
what better place to have this conversation? Would definitely not choose anywhere else than the Cave of Truth. All right. Keys, enters.
Okay, you guys are going with them, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Who
but
are you taking? Are you taking any of your crew with you, or is it Axel, Zominius, Ace, and Carrie?
Right, presumably McKevin's coming.
McKevin,
Yeah,
and
We should
McKevin.
take McKevin.
I don't think we'd take any of the rest of the crew. They're under the Watchful Eye.
Sure. As Kitru comes in, you see a second of these massive sharks kind of come up to the window, and just sitting on it is a GIF with a musket just resting on his shoulder, an eye patch across one eye, just kind of looking in through the window, checking everything's okay. But there are two huge space sharks just outside the door.
Are these like floating?
Yes, they are. They are Star Lancers. These kind of
Oh, sick.
space sharks. Yeah.
They're not the dragonfly that we saw land right after us.
You haven't seen that ship actually. You've just seen these. They're not actually ship. They're like living creatures. They're like giant space sharks. Yeah. So it's not like a shark-shaped ship. It's a
Oh, okay. That's what I was
Actual-
imagining then.
actual shark. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
As Carrie goes into this room, she gives Galileo just the dirtiest stink eye as they walk past,
Oh.
for suggesting the room truth.
Yeah.
Galileo like picks up on it and is like, "What I do?"
Yeah.
The
I'm a
door
pirate. We love truth.
grinds behind you, and immediately you feel like there's movement around you, just kind of like a. If you imagined like a living mop might sound if they fluttered across the floor, and you feel like this fluffiness kind of gather around you and kind of create like a living seat around you, forcing you to kind of like sit amongst whatever these many fluffy creatures are that are in this room. You can't see them, you can only feel them, and they've surrounded you and kind of become living furniture for you to sit upon.
Oh. Hmm.
The first question comes from Kitru. McKevin, did you retrieve the meteorite? Yeah, I did, but I don't have it
That's
anymore.
all. That's all he asked you, McKevin. He only asked if you retrieved it.
Yes, no, I am.
don't have
Let's
to
keep
go
it
beyond.
tight. Keep it tight.
Short and sweet. Just trying to cut him off before he says anything about us.
May I have the meteorite? He asks. McKevin goes down and says, well, does anyone butt in?
Cut him off. Said, McKevin is no longer in possession of the meteorite. We are in possession of it now, and would like to come to an arrangement.
I see. Is this some sort of shakedown?
No, not at all. In fact, it is a deal that I think will a deal that you might find to be mutually beneficial.
You could consider it an interview, maybe, if you would.
Ink does many terrible things, doesn't it?
Yes, I am not fond of ink, and my employer even less so. What is this deal you suggest? I'm curious.
Well, to be honest, I'm not too fond of being trapped in the body of a freaky little rat man. And there's other things about ink that I find a bit unsavory. Let's say that.
Just if someone lies and tries to deceit, just alert me. If these are things that your character actually thinks,
Yeah.
then you don't have to.
Yeah.
But if you do say something that you feel you're pushing the line of the truth, just let me know, and I'll let you know what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. So he says, yeah, I don't like being trapped in the body of a rat man, and there are other things about ink that I find less than fun, shall we say. Which is all true so far. We talked amongst ourselves and decided that it is in all of our interests if we could potentially find a new employment in your organization. So, at first, when we found out McKevin planned to betray us, we were angry, but then we figured we could use it to our advantage. So we have organized this meeting here and hope to give you this stone as a sign of our goodwill if you will allow us the opportunity to join the Mercane.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Your name was?
Zominius Solari IV at your service.
Interesting. Who else sits aside Zominius here?
Dr. Carissa Tappenham? No.
Dr.
Stretch out
Carissa.
one of her hands to.
I
What is your
nod at him.
opinion on this situation?
I agree that the employment that Inc. offers leaves much to be desired, and the Mercane seems very influential and place us in many profitable and interesting locations. And I think we have a lot to offer you.
Who else sits in this room?
I am Axel.
What do you think of this, Axel?
I don't know much about your organization, but Ink is a shoddy one for sure. I'm trying to get back to my own body.
Ah, curious. Who else? Who was the last one?
I nod at him, like chin up nod. Ace.
And what do you think of this situation, Ace?
I think I'd like to make some new friends. That's true. Ace wants to.
What was the last part? Sorry, I heard that little.
And that's true. Ace does want to make more friends.
That's all he says? Okay.
It's pretty simple. Yeah, he's just gonna keep it pretty simple and unagreeable. He's afraid he's going to lie. It's mess a bunch of stuff up.
I will convey your interest to my employers. Now, I do not have the authority to employ you myself, but I can tell you that I am here to deliver instructions to McKevin. If you were to help him in his task, I am certain that your request would be met favorably if the task were to succeed, because I know that this is a very important task for the Mercane's interests. Are you interested?
We are very much so.
Yes.
Let us begin with an exchange then. The meteorite for the payment that was agreed upon. Not all of it is here, McKevin, as you know. That will be paid upon completion of your next task. But there is the agreed upon reward, which I will exchange for the meteorite at this time, as a sign of good faith, that we are speaking in good faith.
But of course, and Dominius, or I don't actually know. I think he has the meteor. Yeah, he'll pull the meteor from it.
It's really heavy.
Okay. Pass it over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
At this time, it just kind of like thuds down on the floor.
Yeah, he'll just like roll it out. I think it's in a bag of holding. He'll roll it out of the bag of holding, boop, 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 onto the ground.
Okay. There's a noise, like a tinkling, and he's like, McKevin, as agreed, take this, and you hear a noise as McKevin takes whatever's being offered. Fine then. The task is to locate the key on the old wolf. The key that will open a certain cell within the jail dock of the Spelljammer. McKevin, you are to find the wolf's key, the one he keeps so well hidden, and use it to open and free prisoner 13 within the jail. Prisoner 13 must be safely transported to the agreed upon location. The location is, and the name of the world that he says is Zomenius's home planet. What was the name of your home planet?
Tetrarchy.
The agreed location will be the Fire Nation of the Tetrarchy.
Which, hold on, I just have this up. Zomenius, yeah, he kind of freezes a little bit. Like he doesn't react, but he does freeze slightly, and just is quiet for a second. He doesn't say anything, and he says, "And who is this? Who is this prisoner 13?"
If and when prisoner 13 wishes to reveal their identity, you can ask prisoner 13. Prisoner 13 has moved all of the strings of the events that have occurred within Inc. Academy. And prisoner 13 now wishes to proceed to the next part of the plan.
I see. And if we do this, you say that our that's what I'm looking for. Our request, our hopes to be included in your organization will be
stunningly high.
I see. Okay.
This doesn't sound like any problem at all.
Shall we shake on it?
We shall. And so Minius reaches forward. He's kind of recovered his self a little bit, and they shake hands.
I will speak on your behalf to Vokath.
Vokath, and is that your superior?
It is.
Out of character, that's definitely a name we've heard before. I feel like Mert was complaining about this person for a while.
Okay. Okay. Well.
So, free prisoner 13 and meet us. Meet me in the Fire Nation of the Tetrarchy, and I will report to you what Vokath says about your business relationship moving forward with the Mercane. He offers his hand then to everyone else in the room. Are we agreed? Each time he offers his hand, he asks the same question. Are we agreed?
Sure. Yeah, we agree. I'll take his hand.
Agreed. Shake, shake, shake.
What does Axel say?
Uh-oh.
Axel will shake his head but not agree yet. He's going to ask, do you have the capability that Inc. does to return us?
Of course. And you feel as he's holding your hand, his body flinches.
Liar.
I'm not lying. We'll find a way.
He's gonna keep holding him. He's gonna look back at Zoe. He's like, I don't like this anymore.
You can't see anything. It's pitch black.
Oh, okay. Well, he still says that.
Okay. I need a full agreement to know that this conversation can be trusted.
So are we hearing this? Like,
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Everyone's heard that.
So we'll go up to Axel and be like, it's all right, Axel. We'll, though they lack the means, it doesn't mean that it is out of our reach. This will get us on the path. If that's what you wish to return to your body, this will get us on the path there. And in that way, he's...
Yes, your friend speaks wisely. And we have resources. Deep resources. So we can help you find the way if it's not directly through us.
I will follow you, Zoe. For the meantime.
And your patroness honors me, Axel. I will do right by you.
You hear a banging at the door. Let me out of this place now! The iron door opens and Kurtu just rushes out the door back into the light, just scratching himself madly all over his body.
Huh. So there are liars among the Mercane. Interesting. Be well to remember that. And then Seminius exits behind him.
Hey, that wasn't so bad. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
As Ace exits, Kirtu probably looks at him and takes a step back as he's scratching himself madly. His hand goes to his hip. He's like, Stara. Oh, I hadn't noticed you. My mind was focused on other things. Oh, you're alive. That's not what I last heard. You know the general's looking for you. Hefty price on your head.
That's what I've heard.
Well, if you're helping us, I'll not say anything. But watch where you tread. Oh, she seeks you with a hunger. She has never believed you dead either. Right. Well.
All right. Yeah.
Until we meet again. And he walks off, gets back on his shark,
General.
and leaves.
Do you know what that was all about, Ace?
No idea.
Okay, great. That's the theme here.
General.
It seems that your jar is quite the popular character.
Yeah, or unpopular, as it were. Yeah, I don't think he was a very good guy. I don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe you
He's
need
fun,
like wear.
at least.
Maybe you need like wear a mask when we go anywhere. Apparently.
That might not be a bad idea.
You're standing around with McKevin, who's like right there with you guys, and he's kind of like looking at you with like this really big smile on his face.
McKevin, what did you get from the Mercane? I believe we are also entitled to a portion of that payment, don't you think?
His smile disappears. He's like,
We didn't kill you.
I'm really happy that we're on the same team now. I've always wanted to be on your team. That's the better team. Don't tell Vina I said that.
We know.
We know.
I talked to Dr. Carey about it, and yeah, I said that if we were going to be on the same team, then I would share my payment with you guys. So yeah, now that we're on the same team, I'm gonna do that. I'll let you know.
It's not your soul, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't get my soul, no.
No, I'm sorry.
But
I don't. To be upfront, I don't want that. Just want to put that on the record.
I'll look through
Could be
things
interesting.
when we're back on the ship on the way home, and I'll let you know when I'm ready to share.
Hey. Seems like a pretty dodgy answer, but all right.
It's not dodgy. I want to make sure each of you gets the right one for each of you.
Okay, McKevin.
All right.
As you say.
And maybe we don't need to put any more explosives on the ship, huh? We agree. That's
Can you remove some of those things?
We're on the same team now. We're put explosives on
Okay.
the other team's ship.
Okay.
Not be.
Okay, so how do you guys want to spend the rest of what would be essentially the rest of the day? Are you remaining here? Are you wanting to hurry back to Ink? What's your next move?
I have a question out of character. If Ace wants to mention space worms to the rest of the team or not.
Oh yeah, I definitely. Anything that I learn, I'm automatically gonna just blurt it out and tell it to everybody. But yeah, Bella said she was going to send us to clear out a space worm from some other asteroid that's kind of just ruining things around here, making it hard to get to. That's why you have to fly over the Fomorians, and they're just jerks, you know. We experienced that. But some giant space worm is living really close by.
Is that something we can do with the ship?
She seemed to think we could fight it with our...
May I ask where this conversation is taking place? Is it still upstairs, just outside the Cave of Truth, or have you gone back down to the tavern where other people are overhearing this conversation? For example, Bella or Galileo.
I would assume. Whoops, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I would assume we just sort of gone back to where people are. Not. I mean, on the map there's like 2 different tavern areas, but everyone on the map is down in the main place. That's where the party's happening. So I would assume we sort of go back there to relax.
Yeah, it does. I don't think I would try to avoid saying it in front of anyone too. That's just not really.
And the last thing that I think you said was like, is it something we could do with the ship, or what was it exactly that was said there? I didn't quite.
Yeah, yes. The question I had, yes, is that something dealing with the space worm? Is that something she thought we would do with the ship we had, or some other way?
I think, yeah, she seemed to think our beholder ship was capable of Dreadnought, but she didn't know that we only could work one device.
Bella like perks up. It's like, if you were to do that, like, we could fix up your ship as a reward. I can see it's taken a few hits. It's got some burn marks. Is that bite marks it has?
Yeah.
We got a little dicey before we got here.
A little mixy.
We could
So would
make
you
it
fix
worth
up the
your
ship
while.
before or after we do it?
Before. You wouldn't want to go into that kind of situation with a damaged ship. That would be perilous.
All right. Okay. We can do that.
Okay.
Doctor, you think you can attempt to hack some more of these ice stocks, perhaps, while we're getting it repaired?
I could try. Well, didn't I could try. I thought you weren't you the one who figured out how to do that?
It was Astral.
It was none of us.
No, I did. Mias did one. He did the first one, and he's like, "Yeah, it kind of hurt, like a shit ton." But
Oh.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, we
okay.
need
Well.
someone else to do that, because his brain has kind of like got to the extent of hacking. If he failed now, he takes like deadly damage.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I am attached to my brain, but I guess if just for the team, I could try.
I'd give it a go. Try to unlock one.
I mean, so are we out just doing good for pirates? Is
I mean, that kind of goes against everything I've always been for. But these guys, they seem different. They don't
are they pirates? It seems more.
Yes, we are.
no, not a song.
Yeah, he kind of whispers. I think it's more of like a theme for their singing. It's more of like
Yeah, none of these
musical troupe type. Perhaps.
There's
Bella,
a song that sparks up. We are buccaneers and we're okay.
No.
So we actually have some people here that could use shelter and a new home, even perhaps. And he'll, gesture towards the stowaways that they got. Not stowaways technically, but the people they rescued from the beach. If we help you, would you give them shelter?
We'd give them jobs. We'd train them, teach them, learn them.
Is that something you two would be interested in?
I mean, yeah, I thought the singing was fantastic. I'd love to learn the guitar.
Well, it's a match then. I think we can, and also, I think it would be good for us to continue to practice our piloting skills. I believe it will come into test more and more often. So, what say you all?
sounds exciting.
Does sound, I guess training sound, I
Space
it seems good to do good things, especially, if we're on the hook for doing whatever heinous shit that McKevin is trying to do. We should try to balance the scales, I guess, a little bit.
Think about the bragging rights of Space Dragon.
True.
Space War.
And who knows, perhaps its remains will actually have something useful we can bring back to Ink. Completely empty-handed when we return. Axel, what say you?
I'm always good for a fight.
How? See, I love when a predictable soul can always depend on them. All right, Bella, it seems that we're in agreement. If you'll have your crew fix it up, we'll do our best to arm ourselves appropriately, and you'll take these two in.
All right. She claps her hand and then claps her other hand and then claps in combination, so that all combinations have clapped. And the crew all like jump up. Some of them do like pirouettes and flips and smooth their hair over, and kind of in a choreographed way, they all head out the door, taking their tools out of their belts, and they begin repairing the tyrant ship of all the damage. So basically, it's going to take them a couple of days to get that fully repaired. So you've got a couple of days to fix or unblock the ice stalk cannons. What are you guys doing? How if it's like a day and a half that you're here, so the rest of this day and another day, what is it that you're doing exactly during that time? While I try and find where I put the mechanics for unlocking the eye cannons. Over to you guys.
Well, I guess I'll be mostly working on getting eye stock things back on board. Back on line.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're leading the charge on that?
Sure.
I think Zaminis will probably be helping him or helping her as much as he can. Basically, he'll be on the ship, basically trying to act as a captain, if someone's working on your car, but you'll kind of hang around, check in, see what they're doing, just kind of check. So he'll be kind of formaning the job, checking in Bella, be like, all right, Bella, what's the status report, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to be actual professional, hanging out. Yeah, so if that could actually help Carrie, sure, but if not, yeah, that's otherwise what he's doing. Maybe learning more about the ship that way, picking up some sort of talking, trying to pick up tricks of what it's actually like to be a captain, maybe from Bella herself,
Okay, nice, I like that. Cool. Nice.
I think Axel would probably be going around the ship and trying to show them as much of the damage that he's seen as possible by, from his just his experience around it. And I know they've probably been around it too, but if there's anything like that they might have missed, he might try to help out. And he's going to be a half-hearted helper, though. He's going to be kind of playful, but he wants to wrestle a lot of people with his strength. And it's going to be like when Zoe is walking around the corner, they get back to work real quick, kind of thing. And then
Nice.
I'd spend a little time in the little tavern bar area before I go back onto the ship. Just kind of chumming up with the people there, just getting really friendly, having a few more drinks, and then I'll go back on the ship and attempt an eye stock, just so Dr. Carey doesn't have to try to do it all.
Excellent. You guys see that Vina whips out in the downtime moment. She whips out this incredible looking 3-leveled chessboard and these incredible chess pieces that decorate the board, and starts challenging people to games of dragon chess. And she kicks everyone's ass that she plays at dragon chess.
nice. Just gotta make her money somehow since we didn't give her any.
Oh, you didn't give her the share, the 20 platinum pieces, being one of the band members.
I didn't. Yeah, I was kind of like, I guess I'll give it to her. I wasn't sure if I guess because Astral didn't participate in the band. Yeah, so he'll give it to Astral, to Vina. Like, all right.
Okay.
All right, Vina.
It was a good gig.
Don't say I never did anything. Okay?
Okay, so the cannon is gonna need each cannon's gonna need 3 skill check passes. The first is a DC 12, the second is a DC 16, the third is a DC 20.
Wow.
Failing the check is gonna have a repercussion of psychic damage. It starts low, and each time you fail more, it becomes cumulative. Let's try Dr. Carey's first attempt to unlock the step 1 of Cannon 1.
She benefit from a bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Okay, so.
And what sort of roll is it?
This would be an Arcana check.
Arcana. Duke.
I'll save it for the next one, I think.
All right. Here's just straight up Arcana check number 1.
Okay.
17. I do have an inspiration in my back pocket still, so hopefully that
Okay, so
Okay, step 1 unlocked. Step 1 of 3.
All right. Step 2. Is it important to pre-call using inspiration?
No.
All right. Great.
you'll get the bardic inspiration for this one.
Okay. Rolling number 2. That was another 17.
All right, you've almost broken through to reattach the second cannon.
Is
Right,
there
so
a thing of like if it passes the DC by 5 or more, is it 2 successes or is that just critical?
I would consider doing something like that.
Just because, well, I guess Carrie, you can roll the inspiration because it's gonna disappear anyway, so you might as well just roll it. If you want to roll 2 d6s.
For this last check. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How far apart are these checks? I mean, I think it's for the last 10
there is
minutes.
significant periods of time. Yeah, it's quite a lot of
Yeah.
work going on. So,
So he would have
hours-
to give it
hours
to
are
you.
passing, yeah.
All right. Well, then we'll just add it on. There's a 3, or possibly instead a 4.
So 21. Sure. That, and rather than instantly unlock it, we'll give you advantage on your last check.
Okay, cool.
Okie doke. All right. Here we go. Last. So
He'll
this is
give you
DC 20 Arcana.
That as well.
6 to 24. There we go.
Nice.
All right. You have 2 ice stalk cannons.
Sweet.
That would be like reaching your mental limit. So the next day when things come back and you're refreshed after a rest, you tackle the last ice stalk cannon. The ship itself is looking much more intact. Work hasn't gone as quickly because the group seems to be getting distracted by games of dragon chess and wrestling and lots of hijinks. They could probably do with some order if they wanted like things to be done quickly. But still, the eye cannon hasn't been unlocked yet, so maybe there's not so much rush. So, Dr. Carey, I stalk cannon 3, step 1.
All right. Step 1. Do it again. Roll number 1 is not great, but I think 15 is
pass.
enough for the first pass.
Yep.
All right. Roll number 2. 17. I
Also
think you
pass.
said there's a 16 squeaks by. All right.
We
wait.
have the bardic inspiration for this last one.
Okay. Roll number 3. 14.
You would need to roll a 6 on your bardic inspiration.
Yeah, let's use that inspiration
Yeah, go.
to just get advantage.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You probably still have your inspiration, right?
All right.
Yeah, but
That gets me to 19, and so bardic inspiration will do it, but I'll roll it and see what I
Yeah.
get. Oh, there we go.
There you
All
go.
right, 25. Sweet.
3 usable cannons, and Dr. Carey has done it immaculately. without taking a
Clean
any
sweep.
mental damage. It couldn't have been done better. 3
Trying to get the hang
working
of this.
cannons.
Oh yeah.
Because it's done so immaculately, Dr. Carey in the process has identified the other 2, what were they called? Jamming stations. So
Oh wow.
each of the areas, the big areas on the bottom deck that kind of expand out, each of them has a jamming station in each of those, which could be used to increase speed or maneuverability within the next encounter.
Mm.
All right. And we think that's basically ship like fully online now.
Fully online, and
Boy.
the ship, however, takes some time to be fully repaired. But by the next morning, the ship's ready to go, immaculate
And have
once
they-
again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, were the pirates clearing out like all the junk and all the like, you know? I feel like because I remember it being like pretty like there's like piles of junk and shit everywhere. Am I
Sure.
not remembering that right?
There was the stuff in the junk room. You want that cleared out? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I feel like I remember it being more damage than that. But if it's not, then yeah, I'll solve it.
Did they fix the gallery?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
The galley?
They could fix up the galley, replace it with a working. They get the cooker working again.
They accidentally go up to where.
They revive Ryback too?
I was gonna say where Ryback is. They're like, oh, not that room, guys.
Yeah, they're up there. They run into the body. They're like, "Do you want us to get rid of that for you?"
Like, no, he's a friend.
Oh,
Keeping that. Okay.
Yeah, we can deal with him when we arrive at our home base.
he's got like
So-
fungus growing on him now, and
Yeah. It's engorged basically. We're like, yeah, just close that door. We'll close that one.
We just don't go in there.
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
So, the refugees wave you off, thanking you for bringing them to such a welcoming location.
Of course.
And you head out from port, out of the eye, heading towards what would be the Gourd, one of the 3 significant asteroids in this cluster. As you approach, you can see that the Gourd has like this massive cave, and there's a patch where in front of the cave there's essentially a clear path into this whole swirling asteroid belt that swirls around the sun. But this dark cave deep into this asteroid certainly is ominous looking. What's everyone's position on board the ship?
Captain.
I guess I'm at the helm. I know I'm at the helm.
I would probably be in one of the eye stalks. Does it need to be manned to be shot?
They need to be manned to be shot, yeah.
Yeah, then I'd be in one of the eye stalks then.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be manning another one too.
Okay, cool. Where are you positioning everyone else?
I think Astral would also be in. I can't remember what the first. Maybe Astral might be in a jamming station, and maybe.
Maybe I can be in the jamming station since she's a shooter.
Yeah, I think she was
Yeah.
our gunner.
Okay,
Yeah, she was a
on the
gunner.
gun. She
Yeah.
can.
And then
So I'll be on a jamming station maybe to help with like maneuverability or something like that.
Okay.
we'd probably want Vita in the jamming station, right?
Ryback is currently occupying
Third eye stalk.
the position of a ice stalk cannon.
So we'll put the little robot man whose name is slipping me right now in that jamming in that gunner position. It's like
Just with
that won't bother
Ryback
you.
still there.
Yeah.
From Bibity. Okay.
Yeah.
Von
Thumb
Bibbidi
Bibbidi. There you go.
Is one of the gunners. Love it.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Why were y'all calling him Toy Story?
That's his first name, Tolstoy von Bibbidi. Yeah.
Tolstoy von Bibbidi.
Oh, okay. I just kept on remembering Von Bibbidi.
And then
What about Fred
Vina.
and Cricklet and the twins? Where are they going?
jamming stations.
Yeah, I think Fred would still be on that power jamming station, possibly,
Yeah.
that we already unlocked.
Okay. One of the characters at the Smuggler's Cove also volunteers to come and help you out on this mission because you've garnered such a good reputation. You have a reputation 1, so one of the NPCs from there you can request to come, well, they've offered to come and assist you. Who do you want to take with you?
Galileo, I think. I mean, does anyone have any other feelings?
I agree. I think it'd be good.
Yeah, sure.
It was either him or Jeff for me. I mean, one of the two.
Do you want Jeff or Galileo?
I
The
think Galileo
Minotaur
would be better.
or the Tabaxi Bard?
I think Galileo. Yeah.
I'm on board.
All right.
Yeah, he's cool.
Galileo is on board with you and says, "Where do you want me?"
All right, well, let's station. So, what are we missing for stations?
Well,
station
a jamming
what's
station,
available?
if you want to add to like maneuvers, like defensive
Yeah.
maneuvers or attacking maneuvers or things like that, require actually 3 people to man the station to maneuver,
Okay.
rather than speed only requires 1.
Okay, so, and we have the twins and Fred, right?
Yes. And Cricklet.
And Cricklet. So we have
And Vina.
Cricklet. So we need and Vina,
McKevin.
McKevin.
and then Axel and I'm losing count. So basically, I think we have enough people for 2 to 3 jamming stations for maneuvers, right? So if we're putting, okay, we got. Let me see this from the top. We have Zozo Captain, Dr. Carey Helm, then Estria, Don Bibbidi, and
Ace Gunner.
and Ace Gunner. Okay.
Do the cannons take multiple people? I thought they do on some ships at least.
On most ships, they do. On these ones, basically you're just needing them to be directed in the right direction. They don't need to be loaded because you're essentially shooting the beams out through them. So they can be manned by 1 person, these Eye Stalker cannons.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay, nice. So then we have Vina, Fred, the twins, Axel, McKevin, and now Galileo, which is
And
7.
Von Bibbidi.
Don Bibbidi's in
on
a gunner.
Oh, he was there, sorry.
So we have 6 people, and then I would say Galileo. You can actually just hang out. Does Galileo have bardic inspiration? Or what's his deal?
Some barding abilities, but I'm not sure if he has the exact replica of inspiration.
Right.
But he does have some bardic.
Have you been here before? Should we
Yeah, I'm
have
like,
you?
what's your?
Should we have you on
what's your stuff?
lookout so you can help guide us?
He says, I've been on ships destroyed by the worm. It wasn't pretty, but
How do you usually help on a ship, Galileo?
on the ship, I bring joy and laughter. I relieve the tensions and I sing. Sometimes I
Well,
sit
you
upon the
know-
prow and look amazing.
That's kind of covered already. I kind of do that.
I'm good at swinging from sails from one to the other. Any of that
I'm
that you
looking
need,
at
I
that now.
am happy to provide. I I do have some minor magics. If someone's damaged or hurt, I could, bring a man back from death. That was...
Well, you should lead with that.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you can just act as our backup, our fill. You can hang out in the helm with me and Dr. Carey. And if, we have need of you, perhaps emergency repair or something along those lines, we can send you.
What I do know about the worm is it's a spitter. It has some horrifying acidic spit. So... luring it out so that you can get close enough to hit it, so it can't just hide and spit from its deep cave, maybe will be essential, and that might mean getting dangerously close.
Could he act as a lookout, or does he need to? Does he not have those actions unlocked? We need to unlock these actions, right?
As your crew,
like find range. Yeah.
You don't have the actual lookout actions unlocked yet.
Okay.
But out of character, the type of mission that you just deliberately engaged in is going to essentially unlock new parts of your abilities as a crew.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think you can just act as a fill for now.
I'm good at filling. Yes, I shall play some tunes and...
All right, okay.
Raise
Relax,
the spirits.
Galileo.
They call it vamping in the industry.
Yeah.
All right. What's the ploy to try and lure this thing out? Yeah. What's your go-to?
Sorry. What's the question? I was looking at.
How would you like to try and lure this out in an advantageous way so that it can be attacked more easily, not from the cover of its lair, so to speak, which is kind of what Galileo has said it would do if allowed to. Will just like spit some type of terrible acidic spit at you from the safety of the cave within the asteroid. That maybe for you to have the ability to attack it freely, you need to lure it out of the cave somehow. Which he suggested might mean you need to get dangerously close.
Yeah, I think that's what we do. I think we go and try to basically act as like a literal lure to lure it out. It's like, all right, Dr. Carey, we're going to get in close, and then I want you to get ready to... Does this thing have a reverse on it? But basically, I want to get you ready to pull us out of there. Get close enough where it tries to bite us, and then pull us out. And do you think you can attempt that?
Of course.
And then
try to fly like I'm some sort of imbecile who doesn't know where we're going. Then
try to fly like enticingly so it follows us. Give it a little shake, a shimmy.
Wave my little space booty. Okay.
Yeah.
Jamming stations, I want you on full maneuverability. We're going to need to be as quick as we can. Gunners, hold your fire until it's pulled out sufficiently.
All right, what's Axel doing? What's Ace doing? Is this as this flying, luring maneuver, this wobbling flight heads in towards the cave?
Well, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
I was I'm doing what Sozo said. I'm gonna hold my fire, but try to be just watching for it to come out and try to get a good angle on it as it's coming out. Just keep tracking it, basically.
Okay.
Ready to fire when I need to.
Ace has found some fleshy nodules in the sides of the eye stalk cannon, which when gripped will pull and change the angle of the actual head of the eye stalk, allowing you to aim it. So you're kind of in the seat of that Star Wars fighter, the nozzle pointing down. What's Axel doing?
Neat.
I was kind of picturing something similar, almost similar to that. So the jamming station is in is kind of almost like a mouse ball almost, but it doesn't affect his feet, and he just can grab portions of it on the side and maneuver it to the left or right. Because I mean, the beholder's kind of a circular anyway, so he uses that like momentum to help spin it and give it like a good turn to help his maneuverability.
Nice, like a hamster track.
Like a hamster. Yeah.
Very cool. So Axel's spinning around, creating this wobbling movement, and you see from the mouth of the asteroid this just a massive purple colossal worm emerge. And that's where we'll leave things.
Very nice.
All right, so
Sweet.
thank you to everyone who's still with us at home. I have no idea if you've stuck around and you've been through the entire space rock opera. I had a lot of fun. Thank you to all of you that stepped into the ridiculous with me. I had a blast. So see you guys next time.
I did too.
This
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.